Hi guys, welcome to Everyday Math Unit 1-4. This is the lesson on telling time. We've got two objectives today. The first one is that you will read and set a clock using both the hour and minute hands. The second objective is that you will develop a daily schedule for your family using a clock and language stems. You'll be doing the first one after watching the video on your own, and you'll be doing the second one when you get back to class tomorrow. Why are we learning this? Well, the reason that we learn this is because every day you follow a schedule. For example, you might get up in the morning, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, come to school, and in school we have our own schedule about doing reading, writing, specials, then teacher specials, then lunch. If we kind of goofed up that schedule, it wouldn't work. You couldn't come to school, then eat lunch, then go home, then do reading, and then go to specials. It just wouldn't work that way. So what we need to do is figure out a great schedule and a great way to figure out that schedule. So let's talk about a couple different parts of the clock. The first part we can talk about is the hour hand. Now the hour hand is also called the short hand, or the little hand on a clock. So let's draw an hour hand. If we put an hour hand on here, it would look kind of like this. It would start out in the middle and it would point towards a number. Now, in each half of the day, there are 12 hours. So we see them count on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Right now, you can see that my hour hand is pointed toward the 3. That would mean that 1, 2, 3 hours has gone by. And the way that we write hours is we put the number, and then after that there's a colon. And the hour, an H for hour, is going to be on the left side of the colon. So when you look at a time, you'll see that the 3 is going to be the hour because it's on the left side. Let's look at another one. If I had my hour right here, it would be pointing at the 5. So that means that 5 hours have gone by. And so it would look kind of like this. 5 hours. Remember that hour is going to be on the left side of the colon. Sometimes it won't be pointing exactly at a number, and it'll be pointing in between numbers. So for example, right now, you see it's between the 8 and the 9. When we're counting by hours, this means it started at 8 and it's going to 9, but it's not there yet. So when you see a time and it's in between numbers, you're going to go toward the smaller number. So this is telling us that 8 hours has gone by. This is at 8 hours. Let's do one more and then we'll move on to the minutes. Right now, you can see that this is pointing in between the 1 and the 2. So remember, we're looking for the smaller number. Which one of these is smaller, the 2 or the 1? If you said the 1, you're absolutely right. When it's in between two numbers, it goes to the smaller one, and that means that this is showing us that 1 hour has gone by. 1 hour. All right, let's talk about the minute hand. With the minute hand, this is what's also called the long hand, and this is going to tell us the minutes that have gone by in an hour. We just learned that there's 12 hours on a clock, but we also need to know that there are 60 minutes. So the way that we know that is that we can count them. You could count each one of these little slots right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You go all the way around. You can count on your own. I promise that there will be 60 minutes in that hour. So let's go ahead and look at a minute hand right now. It's going to be pointing at the 2. Now that does not mean that 2 minutes have gone by. We can count the number of minutes that has gone by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is showing us that we have counted 10 minutes. And the minutes, when you're telling it time, this goes on the right side of the colon. So we have hours over here on the left and minutes to the right. Let's look at one more time with minutes. What if we had a clock that was pointing, the long hand was pointing straight down right here. And you'll notice that the long hand will go almost all the way to the number. Well, we could count the minutes, 1, 2, 3. That would take a while. You can also count by fives. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we can't go all the way to 35, so let's count them. 31, 32, 33. So this minute hand right here is telling us that 33 minutes has gone by. 33 minutes. All right, let's write some real times now. Here's one time that I would like to draw. The first one is 9 o'clock. So we're going to look at the hours, and then we're going to look at the minutes. So we can see right here that 9 hours has gone by. So we'll count our hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our shorthand, or our hour hand, is going to point at that 9. So here it goes. There's our shorthand. Points to the 9. Now let's look at the minutes. We see that 0 minutes have gone by. So we always start up here at the top. And if we have 0, well, we're just going to stay right here at the top. So I'm going to draw my minute hand just going straight up and pointing at the 12. This would be how you draw 9 o'clock. Let's do another one. Our hours here. This is 3:30, 3:30, or 3:30. They all mean the same thing. It's just different ways to write it. So we know that our hours that have gone by is 3, and our minutes, we have 30. So let's go ahead and draw our hours first. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3 hours. And we know that our minutes is not at 0 anymore, so it's kind of in between 3 and 4. So we're going to draw our hour hand to kind of go right in between the 3 and the 4. So this could show us 3 hours. And then we have 30 minutes. So let's count 30 minutes off. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So we know that our minute hand is going to point down at the 6. So let's go ahead and draw that. Straight down toward the 6. This is the way that we would write 3:30. 3 hours, 30 minutes. All right, the next time that I'd like to draw for you guys is 7:15. So there's 7 hours and 15 minutes. Or another way to say that would be 7:15. So we have 7 hours and 15 minutes. So let's do our hours first. Our hours are going to be between 7 and 8. So we'll kind of draw, and it's a little bit closer to 7 because we haven't had that many minutes go by. So there's our hour hand kind of in between the 7 and the 8. And our minutes is going to be at 15. So let's count off 15. 5, 10, 15. So we know that our minute hand is going to draw straight at the 3. 7 hours, 15 minutes. 7:15. Our next time will be 4:45. So here's your hours, here's your minutes. We're going to draw 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. And this time, 45 minutes is pretty close to the next time. So it's going to be in between the 4 and the 5 still, but now we're going to be a little bit closer to the 5. So there's 4 and 45 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So this is 45 minutes right here at the 9. So our minute hand is going to point straight out at the 9. All right, let's do just a couple more times. Here's 8:55. So we're going to draw 8 hours. It's going to be in between the 8 and the 9, much closer to the 9 because we're almost at 9 o'clock. So there's our hour hand in between the 8 and the 9. And 55 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So it's going to point at the 11 for our minutes. So here goes my minute hand. It's the long one all the way to the number. That would show us 8:55. Okay, so now it's your turn to do some practice at home. Take out the practice sheet, make sure you've written down the objective, and here are the times that I would like you to draw. 9 o'clock, 3:30, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 10:55. Great work. Can't wait to see you in class tomorrow. Make sure to rewind the video if you still need some help.